This is the DJV Download. I'm Doug.
I'm Jen. And I'm Victoria.
This podcast made possible in part by Caletron, the safe way to lose weight, Prevagen, keeping your brain healthy, and MyPillow, guaranteed the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own. I want to talk, don't let me get away with discussions of things related to the Super Bowl without talking about the show that was on CBS last night, the best commercials of all time. On the it was fabulous, actually.
I always think people are such suckers. It's like we love the commercials and we watch TV shows about them and watch the commercials.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right. So what's going on here with Leslie Jones? Jay, bring us the story.
She's been live tweeting and doing some of her commentary for the Olympics, and she was telling her fans that this Olympics is probably going to mark the last time she does the live tweeting. And a lot of times she will include video of TV footage and the commentary, and then she adds her own commentary to it. And she says that she thinks NBC was blocking her and she was just tired of fighting those powers that be, and so this was probably
blocking her. Why
time.
And how? What did that mean?
And then NBC came out and released a statement, and they were like, no, it's because sometimes you use video and it's third-party copyright and you're getting them taken down because of the copyright notices. But NBC claims that they've fixed it. They're a fan of Leslie doing her commentary, and they hope that she continues to do it.
But I don't even understand what the flap is.
The videos. She's standing in front of a TV pointing at certain things that are happening in the Olympics, and she was rebroadcasting, which you can't do. It's like the NFL, any sporting event, if you've got that, you can't do that. So that's apparently what they were talking about with the third-party error. So it looks like it was broadcasting rights that she didn't have. They didn't take down her tweets. It's her videos that got taken down. You can't air the Olympics
on this show just because for the commentary of talking about it. Like, you have to have the rights to air it.
Right.
In pieces other than little tiny clips.
Yeah. Okay. Pardon me
well,
if I'm not...
I know you don't like her, but for people
I don't like her. I don't get it. I know that she's very popular with a lot of people, and good. That's fine.
She's also the new host of Supermarket Sweep, the reboot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's everywhere now, but a lot of people, including the Olympic athletes, all the live tweeting that she did always went viral. And there was one guy in particular that she had a crush on, and it was like a whole big international thing where he knew about it, and all the athletes know that she's tweeting, and it's been a very fun little subplot to the last couple of Olympics. So a lot of people follow along with it.
Anybody watch that best commercial show last night on CBS with Daniela Ruja, who's one of the stars of CSI New York, NCIS Los Angeles, and Boomer. It was kind of fun, the two of them back and forth. The best commercial at the end of voting. I'm in tears. Actually, I think about that little horse that grows up to a big horse and he chases down the guy who raised him. It's a wonderful spot, actually. They should run it over and over
Budweiser?
again. Yeah, Budweiser spot. One.
Yeah.
Doug Steffen with my friends and neighbors, Jennifer Horn, Victoria Keelan, and Jay Kirshner. Yes, they are my neighbors. We are next to each other virtually. Right, ladies? We live in the same house. In fact, the same broadcast house. We've been building trust with each other over the years and with the audience. Kind of cool. I have in my team the utmost trust that they will fight for me no matter what. Unless they decide they don't want to, and then... then all bets are off. But I'm betting for them. We're going to bet on the U.S. Army. No greenhouse gas emissions in any vehicle. So that means you're going to have electric tanks, right? No greenhouse gases by 2050. So what else do we have? We have Humvees that are powered by electric motors. Let's see, Jeeps. I guess that's all electric non-tactical vehicles. Oh, I see. That's what... non-tactical. There's not going to be an electric motor in the tank. But I bet that some wild-eyed, crazed person that thinks they're into the environmental movement is probably going to object, and somebody in Congress will demand that we have electric-powered everything. Right? Soon there are people trying to work on an electric-powered plane. How about that, boys and girls, when it runs out of a charge?
Boeing made I think it was Boeing, right, who made a huge investment into that.
Yeah, right.
I think it's great. I feel like everything gets pushed too far. I think it's our duty to be responsible, but I also think it's people who embrace climate change like a religion that are kind of behind why we are in this situation now with Russia and Ukraine. Yeah. And it's like it's everything. It's be more responsible, but let's also not lose focus that there are multiple issues impacting us, not just one.
Yeah, the whole business has not been thought through, I don't think, anyway. But it's we'll see what happens. Shake it out and see what happens. Are you a fan? I asked this collectively of Ted Lasso. I think everybody here loves Ted Lasso, right?
I don't know. I think I'm the only one who's actually seen it. It's amazing.
I've seen an episode or two, and it was cute. I would like to go back to it. Yeah,
right. I like the lady who's the lead. So, but I like the idea.
I think she won. That's Hannah Waddingham. I think she won at the Brit Awards last night for that role. She won the Emmy. Yeah, she's amazing. Everyone is. It's really hard to pick apart the cast because it's just such an incredible cast, and the story is. It's like every episode. It tugs at the heartstrings, but it also makes you laugh, and it's rare to find a show like that. Schitt's Creek was the last show that I laughed and cried in almost every episode, and Ted Lasso gives me those vibes. It fills that void.
So why are they taking so long to go from one season to the next?
Well, they film in England, and they film in I forget what stadium it is that they use, what arena. But apparently, because of COVID, they were just held up and they couldn't film in any of the arenas, which is a huge setting for the show. Mm-hmm. So this is a bummer. They put out episodes in, I want to say October. Of 2021, and then now it's going to be maybe 2023 before we get season 3.
So is Jack Ryan? Is there another episode, another season of that? I think that was well done.
Is that the John Krasinski one?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was just spotted not that long ago filming, I think in D.C. So they're filming new episodes. Yeah,
that's a very well done. He and the black actor who's been in Chicago PD and a lot of other things. Wilfred Wilman, I don't know. He's very good anyway. And so, that's a good show, too. There's so many places to go, so many choices. You wonder here's a new reality series that's coming to CBS called Beyond the Edge. The celebrities are going to be in it, thrown into the jungles of Panama, where they'll take on various adventures, challenges, and games. Who cares? And who are the
celebrities in a jungle? Everyone cares.
A lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people will care about it.
But are they going to be real celebrities? I'll watch it.
Or are they going to be the celebrities?
They're typical ones that would go on a reality show.
Yeah.
Well, from the country world, Lauren Elena, she's a pretty big country singer. Yeah. I don't know who Craig Morgan is, but I'm assuming he's big.
Who's he?
Another big country singer.
Is he? Okay,
Ray Lewis, who's Super Bowl MVP, Mike Singletary from the NFL, Meta World Peace from the NBA, he was also in Big Brother. He loves reality shows. Paulina Porizkova, Doug, supermodel Paulina Porizkova. She's making a comeback to TV. She's looking hotter than ever, so she's on it.
Really?
Jodie Sweetin from Full House, Ebony Williams from the Real Housewives of New York, and the actual former Bachelor Colton Underwood. Is he the one who came out as gay?
He's gay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty in the reality world. It's a pretty big cast.
I'd watch it. I've been watching Big Brother, and I saw the ads for this, and I'm like, what? And my mom saw them too. She's like, what are we going to do? What? So we're going to watch, I think. Yeah. And this is the first time I've ever watched Big Brother in like how many years? I don't know. We're both into it. Both my mom and I are into it. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So then, speaking of country music, Lady A used to be Lady Antebellum, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had been sued by a lady named Anita White, who was Lady A. So there were two Lady A's. This went back a couple of years.
Well, they changed it because they thought Antebellum was racist because of the Antebellum mansions. And so then they changed it to Lady A, which is what a lot of people would call them anyway. And turns out there is a Lady A, so they had to get into a legal battle with her.
What did they do?
Some sort of settlement has been reached because both parties.
One's going to pay the other one off?
Sounds like it. It sounds like it. I'm guessing Lady Antebellum, that Lady A, is probably going to be paying Anita White for a while. Yeah. I'm guessing.
Pretty sure it's not going to be vice versa.
Where does Anita White go? And what is she? I never heard of her before anyway.
I think she's going to make out with this.
Lady A-. There you go. What was that, Jay?
Oh, I was saying, I think she's going to make out okay with this, though.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, listen. Good for at least we know who she is now. Speaking of knowing who somebody is, Chelsea Handler has canceled a number of comedy shows because of a health. It's not COVID related. So what's wrong with her? She was in a hospital bed
said,
video.
Yeah, she was in the hospital. She had heart monitors taped to her chest as she was telling, everybody, I'm so sorry, I've got to cancel the next couple of shows. And then she made a comment that for the next few weeks, she's just going to be at home resting. So I don't know if it was like a heart scare or if it was something else. But then she and her boyfriend were on yesterday. He was filming something, and they made a comment that would maybe think it was a kidney infection. So I'm not really sure.
Does she take care of herself? She's kind of a party girl. She do drugs and stuff. Is she okay?
I think she recently just did like a dry January, but she smokes weed or takes edibles, but she's not like into hard drugs. Yeah. But she's vocal about cannabis. She's a big supporter.
Well, Jennifer Aniston uses a lot of it. She doesn't talk about it, right?
That's been the rumor. I don't want to get sued. That has been the rumor on Jenny Ann for a long time. Mm-hmm. That she is like a hippie stoner chick.
A hippie stoner chick.
Yeah, but like she's
your mother
never
would say. A hippie stoner chick.
But no one has. She's never. I don't believe that she has ever addressed it. Let's put it that way.
Okay. All right. By the way, the CBS show that had the Super Bowl ads, the focus on Super Bowl ads, played the whole ad that Arnold Schwarzenegger and not Selena Gomez. Where did it go? The Spanish actress that everybody likes, Hayek. Yeah, Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek.
Right. Yeah. So, and it is very good. You'll look forward to that when you watch the game this weekend. So I don't know that came into my mind when I looked at the story about Coldplay and Selena Gomez with a new music video. The single is called "Let Somebody Go," and I wonder what we think about this. I've always been a fan of Coldplay for whatever the reason. I like Chris Martin. Do we know anything more about this than why?
The
what was the
video is really
attraction
cool.
of them? But had they worked together before?
No,
or this is the first time they came together.
This is the first time, and it was pretty surprising because their music is so different. But the video, it's a really beautiful ballad, and the video is cinematic. It's gorgeous.
Don't we need more ballads, generally speaking? What do you mean, no?
No.
What do you mean,
ballads.
no?
No, slow jams are not my jam. I mean, that's a funky stuff.
It's a beautiful song, but it is definitely kind of a downer. I mean, it's two people who they thought they would never break up, and they're broken up, and it's
okay. So.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a downer of a song.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to get something to like bring you up a little bit. Yep.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So, from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. Is that the kind of stuff you like, Jay? Huh? That's an upbeat 1950s song. What's wrong with that?
If you don't need a sedan, you definitely don't need an Infiniti Q50 sports sedan. With 400 horsepower and a twin-turbo V6 engine, it's all a bit much. Or is it? The Infiniti Q50. Visit Infiniti of Cool Springs to learn more about the Infiniti Q50.
Let's find out what's going on in social media, shall we? Jay Kirshner with Victoria Keelan, Jay Horn. Jay Horn, that's her email address. I almost said your
better Jay Horn than Jay Ho.
Yes,
that's true. Although that's what my friends call me. So
nice. That's sweet. Great friends. All right, so Jay, Olympics again. Why aren't we getting? I guess the question here, a lot of people are asking with good reason. Where are the medals? What a panda? Huh?
Yeah, the stuffed animal. Well, that's what a lot of people are wondering. And this isn't the first time. In the 2018 Olympics, some some athletes received a mascot at the 2016 Olympics in Rio. They received logo figurines, and it's just that's just the way they do some of the stuff. Some of the sports, the athletes get the medal right then and there at the venue. Others, they get the medal at a award ceremony. So the ones that are getting their medal later at the award ceremony, they're getting that stuffed panda.
If they can do medals for some, I think medals need to be presented at the same time for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Either that or just give a pizza to everybody. That's
yeah,
it.
you win your event and you want to get that medal around your neck, like, immediately. That's just,
Up at
I
that
don't know.
podium, yeah.
That's a bummer.
All right. Adele is engaged. Yes or no?
Well,
True or false?
Speculation rumors that she ignited by wearing a giant ice skating rink on a very specific finger on her left hand at the Brit Awards. So everybody's kind of wondering,
huge.
like, hey, is that just part of her outfit, or why pick that finger? Did she just kind of low-key announce her engagement? So we're all waiting to find out
I hope
if
she
somebody's
doesn't
going to say
go-
something about it.
I just hope she doesn't go off the deep end. There are a lot of people who are upset because she canceled Vegas because she's getting to be too much of a star. Is that really
No,
true?
she's
How
just
do
a
you know?
perfectionist, and she always has been. I watched something, it was a performance years ago, and she was talking about how much anxiety she had before going on stage and how she had stage fright, and she just wants everything to be perfect. And then once her performance was over, she just fell apart. She was just bawling because she was just so emotional and so thankful for everything.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what we love about her humanness, right? Isn't that really kind of what we like? Not only she got a great voice, but we like that human side of her. And then there's, let's see here, what is the story behind all of the fevered attention to Alec Baldwin going to film a new movie, and whether he actually, what do you suppose it feels like for him?
Yeah.
Never mind what it feels like for the people he's working with.
He said it feels very strange.
Yeah.
And he even acknowledged that with the independent film they were doing, and a lot of the people who were working on it were newer to their craft, and people probably weren't as educated in what their jobs were. And yeah.
Once again, if I was Alec Baldwin's attorney, I would say, shut up. Stop adding to this. You're saying things
impossible.
that now that are, I mean, he cannot help himself. It's like the
Trump.
roadside.
Well,
As much as
it's
he
the
doesn't
blame
like
game.
Trump, he's just like Trump.
But it's the blame game.
Can't help himself.
He has to focus blame elsewhere, so it's not on him. And so now he's talking about the people who are hired on for the film that are just early in their career.
Meaning they don't know what they're doing is what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's just, I still think he's getting into dangerous territory.
It's 97 minutes, the name of the movie. It's supposedly an air disaster thriller. Okay, well, let's see what happens with that. Husbands, wives, and children, all three in the focus as we check into the social media and what's trending after this. Somebody asked me the other day how he could lose his belly fat.
Caletron targets all over body fat. You know, of course, belly fat tends to be where everybody carries it, but Caletron just really gives your body back what it needs. So it revs up your metabolism naturally, and you burn off those fats and sugars the way that your body wants to. So you do lose the belly fat along with just all over toning too.
So does Caletron work best with a diet, with an exercise program?
Well, you know, we have people that have had success with it both ways. Obviously, if you're eating better, you know, eating in moderation, staying away from the sugars and the sodas, you know, you're going to see results faster than if you're just taking it by itself. But our 90-day program, that huge 86% success rate that we have, that's just with taking Caletron alone. So check it out on our website, toploss.com. All the information is at toploss.com. That's TOPLOSS.com, or call us 1-833-TOP-LOSS.
And use the DJV code for all these specials when you check out. All right, so what is going on here, my dear Jay? This business about who's having babies and who lets their children sleep on their bedroom floor. I think whatever parents have to do to get the baby to sleep, right? I remember sleeping on the floor with Brendan and Megan. When they wouldn't sleep, I'd take them and then I'd sleep with them on the floor. Or put
There you
pillows
go.
all
Whatever
around
works.
Yeah,
Whatever helps
exactly.
you get the most sleep.
Right. Thank you. All right. So what are Kristen Bell and Dak Shepard? Why are they coming under fire?
Oh, they're not under fire. Kristen Bell
they're
was
not.
on Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast, and they were talking about how there was one night and there was this funky smell, and then Kristen Bell and one of their daughters were trying to figure out what it was, while Dax and the other daughter were like, you guys, we don't smell anything. And eventually they found out that Dax Shepard had accidentally put an old protein shake in their Uller mattress instead of water somehow. And so that was what was causing the smell. But
Hold on a second. He put a shake in the waterbed?
who knows? Maybe it was dark and he grabbed the wrong cup or something. But it was an old protein shake. And but the big takeaway from this was that in the story, she had mentioned that her daughters were sleeping on the floor. And then she said, oh, no, we all sleep in the same room. We all sleep in the parents' bedroom. But the girls actually sleep on
Charlie
the floor.
and the Chocolate Factory? I mean, that's ridiculous. Like all the grandparents in one bed? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
Feet to feet. And then new baby news, Rosie Huntington, Whiteley, and Jason Statham welcomed their second baby together, a little girl named Isabella James Statham.
So
And they have a little boy, son named Jack, who he was born in the summer of 2017.
what do you suppose it's like being married to him? He has, for whatever the reason, he's become a real sex symbol.
They're still engaged. They've been engaged for a while.
That's right, too, yeah. Anyway, his name is Jack Oscar Strather. I think Oscar's a great name. It's like Jasper. My new grandson's name is Jasper. Oscar, it used to be that when I was a kid, Oscar was an old guy who never shaved. You know, one of those things.
You blame Sesame Street for that. Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. Yes, right, exactly. Isn't he off now? Isn't he politically incorrect? The Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch, a bunch of others have been taken off of Sesame Street, I think, because they were considered politically incorrect. There we go. Washing away culture and... All right, I'll be getting in trouble if I keep going on that.
I'm Greg. I'm 68 years old. Grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Majored in business administration. I do motivational speaking in addition to substitute teaching. Part of the reason for my motivational speaking is I kind of feel like I have a calling or giving back to the younger generation. You know, the golden rule is do unto others, you'd have them do unto you. My wife, Wanda, is a senior flight attendant. She's been flying for over 30 years. We do laugh quite a bit. I think most adults will start realizing that they don't recall things as quickly as they used to, or they don't remember things as vividly as they once did. I've been taking Prevagen for about 3 years now. People say to me periodically, man, you got a memory like an elephant. It's really, really helped me tremendously.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life. Greg Fraley is a paid testimonialist and real Prevagen user, based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who were cognitively normal or mildly impaired. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the DJV Download. I'm Doug.
I'm Jen.
and I'm Victoria.
This podcast made possible in part by Caletron, the safe way to lose weight, Prevagen, keeping your brain healthy, and My Pillow, guaranteed the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.